Good morning. Our call to worship this morning is a responsive reading, number 619, Magnificat. You may find it in your gray hymnal. My soul magnifies God. We are enlarged. Religious freedom. Contrary to what it says in our order of service, we will not be lighting the candles because it is not dark outside, but we will be placing them in the menorah as a way of acknowledging and honoring Hanukkah. Each week until Christmas, we light a new candle on the Advent wreath. The circle of greenery reminds us of the eternal cycle of all life without beginning or end. And the candles remind us that we are each called to emit our glow amid the pain and suffering facing our world. The light of Advent grows brighter and brighter, guiding us toward personal peace, shared joy, and more love. In this second week of Advent, the second Advent candle is lighted for peace. Now, please stand in body or in spirit for our opening hymn, number 231, Angels We Have Heard on High, which you'll find in your gray hymnal.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply.
Welcome to the Community Church of Chapel Hill, Unitarian Universalist. I am Atticus Graysmith, a member of the Worship Associates Ministry. I especially want to welcome any visitors or newcomers to our church and to call your attention to the special note for you, welcome guests and newcomers, on the back side of the order of service. I would also like to welcome all those of you attending online. Lyrics to hymns and all elements of the service may be found on the live stream screen, and a complete order of service, including this week's announcements, is available via the link in the Sunday morning email and on the church website. Whoever you are, whomever you love, however you arrived at this beloved place, you are welcome here. I'd like to call your attention to a few brief announcements. Our in-person Sunday social is held immediately following service across the courtyard in the Jones Building. And finally, if you have not already, I would like to remind you to please turn off or silence any cell phones during our service to maintain a worshipful experience.
Put this at kid height. My name's Glenn Maribach, and I'm music director, and I wrote this pageant that we're going to perform for you today. I just wanted to give you a little background. It's based on the, well, you'll find out during the play, but based on the infancy gospel of James, which is one of the gospels that was written along with the other ones around 200 BC, and then eventually excised from the Bible. But it's a story of Mary as a youth. And the Gospels means good news. And I talked to Reverend Tom. He said that they weren't written to be like a documentary narrative of exactly what happened. They were just, how would you describe it? Just ways to make sense out of the story. So this year we decided to concentrate on Mary. This was all kind of started in me because my wife took a trip to the south of France, southern France, last year to do kind of a pilgrimage of sacred sites devoted to Mary Magdalene. And there's some say that Mary Magdalene moved to southern France and Mary came to visit her like years after. So you'll see that play out too. So the kids have been working really hard on this, and they're going to do a wonderful job. And it looks like we're ready to go, so please enjoy. And also, there's an insert in your order of service with the cast members, which you may want to follow along with the scenes too, because it's not always going to be clear where everything is happening. So just, you can't tell the players that a scorecard, right? Okay, enjoy the Hail Mary, the hidden story of the mother of Jesus.
Mary Magdalene? Mary Magdalene?
Mary! How great of you to come and visit me. I've been so lonely here all by myself since Jesus died. I miss the days of traveling with him and studying the sacred text together. I remember the two of us making a trip to Egypt, which was very instructive.
I didn't know you went to Egypt. It's so great to see you too. I guess we didn't really get to know each other because of all what was going on. I had to get away from those apostles. They just kept bickering amongst themselves, and they had no respect for me.
I know what you mean. I'll bet they'll cut most of who we are out of all the stories they tell.
I hope not, because some of the most amazing parts of the whole saga happened long before there was a Jesus.
You know, I never got to talk with you about that. I don't even know who your parents are.
From an unknown town who had a certain glow, just a vessel for the babe to join us down We're talking about the infancy Gospel of James, which was taken out of circulation in the 5th century by Pope Innocent I.
Which some call the Proto-Evangelium of James, which is a mouthful.
It was written down in the 2nd century, about 200 years after the lifetime of Jesus, and made up stories people told about the conception and early life of Mary, the mother of Jesus.
Who was Mary? Just listen and you'll see that Mary was so much more for sure. Mary was so much more.
Well, my dad is Joachim, and my mom is Anna. And I was born in Nazareth, which you may have heard of. But the story really begins before I was born, when my parents were trying to have me. When my dad went to the temple to drop off his offerings, which is what most people did in those days.
Good morning, Ruben. I'm here to bring my offerings and place them in the altar. Since I am a rich man and have done much for my community, I bring 2 offerings. This one here will be for all the people, and this one offered to the Lord to atone for my sins.
Not so fast, Joachim. You can't make an offering unless you've produced an Israelite child, and according to the book, you haven't.
Now wait a second. What do the other childless men in the village do? They don't get to give sacrifices either?
Actually, the book says you're the only one in all 12 tribes who hasn't produced a child, so there are no others to compare you to.
That can't be true. Let me look at the book.
He thinks he'll find another childless man in there, but he won't. He thinks he'll find a way to give his sacrifice, but he won't. I've read every page, every entry, every word, and I can guarantee all I've produced but he. You may feel bad for Anna and for Joachim, but I don't. I don't know why the Lord has kept them childless, and I won't. But I must follow rules, and one is very clear. You cannot give unless a child you can express.
Okay, you're right. I'm the only one. I guess I'll keep my sacrifices until I do have a child.
Good luck with that. You and Anna are far past childbearing age.
But they're really big ones. I remember the story of Abraham. He was very old, and God gave him a child named Isaac, so there's still hope for me. I've just got to pray like crazy for Anna to get pregnant. I know, I'll go out into the wilderness for 40 days and nights and fast and pray the whole time. After all that, God will surely grant my wish.
Joachim. I am Azaro, a messenger from heaven. God has been watching you here in the desert, and I don't mind saying he's quite impressed. So impressed, in fact, that he's going to grant your wish. So pack up your stuff and head home. I think you'll be happy with what you find.
Not only am I a wilderness widow, but I'm childless as well, and I'm not getting any younger. What am I going to do?
Well, ma'am, there must be a reason you're childless. I guess God didn't want you to bear any children for Israel. Or maybe he thinks you'd be a terrible mom. Ever thought of that?
Oh, Judith, stop mocking me. I can't believe God doesn't want me to have children. I'm just unlucky is all. Remember Sarah and Abraham? God blessed them with their son Isaac when they were even older than me and Joachim, so it could happen. Poor me, why was I even born? For I have been reviled and mocked from day to night to morn. Poor me, poor me. Even the sparrows make new sparrows, easy as 1, 2, 3. Look how they flit from tree to tree to tree. Poor me, poor me. Even the goats and sheep and cattle bear all their young with ease. They create kids and lambs and calves, so please tell me, why not me? Even the rivers swell their banks and flow, on they go. Even the crops down in the fields grow tall in the fall. Poor me, why was I even born? For all of nature's mocking me, my heart in honor torn. Poor me, poor me.
Anna, I am Baracchio, a messenger from heaven. The Lord has heard your prayers and supplications and your beautiful song, and has decided to grant your request. One of my fellow messengers spoke to your husband, Joachim, and he's headed home right now. So hurry and run to meet him.
How wonderful. I promise that whether the child be a boy or girl or gender fluid, they will dedicate their entire life to God. Thank you, Baracchio, thank you.
Make haste, be on your way.
Now that you're back home, I am no longer a widow and no longer childless, for I can feel the seed of the Lord in my womb. Praise the Lord!
So 9 months later, I was born. Pretty amazing, right?
Totally. What a magical start to a wonderful life.
And I was a quick study, too. My mom told me that when I was only 6 months old, I took 7 steps into her arms. From that day on, she vowed to keep me safe until I was old enough to go to the temple and get schooled with the other girls. So she turned my bedroom into a sanctuary/playground, and that's where I stayed for the next few years.
Wow, didn't you go stir crazy? I can't imagine staying in my room for 2.5 years.
No, actually, I was able to go out now and then. In fact, when I turned 1 year old, my parents had a big banquet for me. All the mucky mucks from the town were there.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks so much for coming. We are here to celebrate the first birthday of our lovely daughter, Mary.
God Almighty, bless this child and place her name on the lips of future generations.
So be it. Amen.
Hail Mary,
She's reached 1 year of age. Hail Mary, her story's all the rage. We cannot wait to see what she turns out to be as she makes her journey to full maturity. Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. Until that day we'll eat and drink and otherwise make merry, and all along we'll say, Hail Mary, 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 Hail Mary.
Thank you so much for your presence and your lovely song. It has inspired me to sing too, although I have nothing prepared. So I will let the Spirit move in me and sing in praise of my wonderful daughter, Mary. My very special child, so pure in heart and mind, may you go strong and share your song with all of humankind. I wish you all the blessings this planet can bestow, and I will wait and wonder as you grow. My very special child, Mary, my oh so special child, Mary.
Okay, so you had a big celebration when you probably didn't remember any of it. What happens next?
Well, then I was taken back to my bedroom/sanctuary/playground and stayed there for a few more years. But then I had to go to the temple and get schooled.
You must have been sad to leave your parents.
Yes, I was sad, but I knew it was the best thing for me. When I was born, my parents had told the Lord that my life would be dedicated to God. Soon the day arrived.
I'm here to take my daughter Mary to the temple to get schooled.
We are glad to have Mary at our temple. Welcome.
Mary is getting older now. We are no longer prepared to take care of her. We must find someone from the city.
I suppose we should pray to the Lord for guidance and see what answer we get.
Good idea. Let's pray. I got it. We will gather all the widowers of the town and ask for their staffs. We will place them on the altar, and God shall give us a sign. And the owner of that staff shall be the caretaker of Mary.
That sounds sort of weird. Are you sure you got that idea from the Lord?
Don't doubt, Onias. If Alphonse is sure, then we should all be sure.
Okay, let's take your idea to the high priest.
He's gonna love it.
And we'll get a trumpeter to announce it to the town.
I know a guy.
come on, guys. It's clearly not working. We're sorry for bothering you. What is that?
Joseph, it is clear you have been chosen by the Lord to be the new caretaker of Mary. She has grown too old to be kept in the temple any longer. Congratulations.
But sir, I do not want this honor. I am an old man, and besides, I already have plenty of children, much older than Mary, to care for.
Don't you know what happens when you don't obey the Lord? Remember Dathan, Alagon, and Kori. God split the earth open and swallowed them whole, and they were suddenly no more. Is that what you want for yourself, Joseph? For your family to be left without you?
Okay, I get it. I'll take her in, but I'm a busy guy, so I won't be home much.
I thank you for your kindness, Joseph. I will be a good helper and a valuable addition to your household. I am most grateful for your hospitality.
Great to hear it. Follow me.
This Joseph sounds awful. You must have been terrified.
Actually, no. He's a sweetie at heart, but really more of a grumpy old man. His children were very kind and treated me with respect. And of course, as soon as we got to his house, he announced that he had a building project in a faraway town, and so he would be leaving us for a while. So there I was in Joseph's house, but without Joseph, being doted on by his sons. It was actually very pleasant. That's where I stayed for 4 more years.
It is high time we create a new veil for the temple. The old one is getting quite worn out. We should call of the temple school graduates to do the task. They're trained in sewing and fabric design and should do well. And don't forget Mary, who we gave to Joseph. She should definitely be there.
Great idea. We'll do it. Thank you all for coming. Do help me distribute the ribbons and thread equitably. To do so, we'll do what we've always done. Cast lots. Here's how this works. I will write down a number between 1 and 20 on this piece of parchment here, and you will all hold up your right hand with as many fingers extended as you choose. I'll count up the fingers until we reach my number, and whichever one of you reaches it first shall claim your ribbon. Do you understand?
Yes, we do.
Then let's begin. 5, 10, 12, and we have a winner! Claim your thread. Okay, next up. 3, 5, 8, 7, 10, 12, 15, and 17. Congratulations! Claim your prize. Okay, 3 last times. Okay, let's do this. 1, and we have a winner! Go ahead and claim your prize. Okay. 1, 5, 6, 10, 11, and 15. Claim your prize. Okay, last one. See what happens here. Okay. 2, and we have a winner! Congratulations! You can go ahead and claim your prize. My God, I love that scene.
Ribbons and thread, we're all weaving ribbons and thread, greens and golds and blue and yellow, purple, scarlet, red. Ribbons and thread, we're all weaving ribbons and thread, greens and golds and blue and yellow, purple, scarlet, red. Weave them as one.
Greetings, Mary. I am Salafiel, the messenger from heaven. I've been sent by the Lord your God to present you with good news. Should you choose to accept it, you will become blessed among women. You have been chosen to conceive and bear a child who will change the world and bring it peace.
I don't doubt you, Salafiel, for you are indeed an angel, but I am curious. Since this will be the child of God, will I give birth in the usual way?
No, Mary, because the child to be born will be called Holy, Son of Most High.
But how is this possible?
Oh, Mary, anything is possible with God.
Well, then I accept this role that has been chosen for me, and I pray that everything you've told me comes true.
Mary, how great to see you. How have you been?
Actually, I have wonderful news to tell you. I was visited by an angelic messenger who asked me to carry a child for the Lord. And lo and behold, I am pregnant, as are you.
I can see that, for the baby I'm carrying jumped with joy when you entered. How strange and wonderful are these times we live, my dear Mary.
Strange and wonderful indeed.
Mary, look at you. What have you been up to while I've been gone? I was tasked with keeping you safe and chaste, and this is how you repay me? By getting yourself pregnant?
Joseph, dear, I know as little about this as you do, but believe me, it's not what you think. If you'll just let me explain.
I think your appearance is all the explaining that needs to be done. What am I going to do? It's the same story as Adam and Eve, where Adam trusted Eve to just do the right thing, and as soon as he left, she met that serpent and got them both kicked out of the Garden of Eden. And now, I'll be kicked out of our community. Or worse,
Joseph, calm down. Although I don't know exactly how this happened, I do know that it was the work of the Lord, as I was visited by an angelic messenger who asked me to carry a child for the Lord. I beg you to believe me.
But why should I believe you? You have brought shame upon our whole household. I can let the high priest know, but then he would take away Mary and probably do away with her and the baby. And what if the baby really is the Son of God? Then what would I have done? I'll have to end our agreement and find somewhere else for her to go. Mary, you can no longer be in my care. I'll find someone else to take care of you.
Joseph, please, don't abandon me. I love it here, and I'm doing the work of the Lord.
But I just don't know what else to do. It's so confusing. Annis, how great to see you. What can I do for you?
Joseph, we haven't seen you at the temple lately, and we're getting concerned.
Oh, I've been out of town on a big building project and only returned a few days ago. I've been meaning to make it down to the temple, but I've been resting.
Your charge, Mary? Is she holding up well?
Yes, Annis, quite well.
What is the meaning of this? We left her in your care with one job, to keep her safe and free from sin. You've done a very poor job of that.
Sir, I can explain everything.
Oh, what are we going to do now?
Let me explain it to him. I'm sure he'll understand.
Zadok, here's the girl I was telling you about. The pure one who's being saved for the work of the Lord.
Why, of course. It's Mary, the one who danced on our temple steps when she was only 3 years old. How did this happen, Mary?
Honorable High Priest, I assure you that this is not my doing, but the work of the Lord. You have to believe me.
She is speaking the truth. I instructed all of my children to look after her while she was gone, and according to everyone involved, there was no mischief.
We'll see about that. Annis, I believe this calls for them to drink the water of conviction. Do you agree?
Certainly, Zadok. I think drinking the water of conviction is definitely in order.
I've never heard of
Annis,
that.
as always, I have brought a vial of the water of conviction with me, as I always do on my travels. find me 2 goblets. I will have Joseph and Mary drink of the goblets. Then I will have Manessa and Alcimus lead them out to 2 separate parts of the wilderness. If in 12 hours they return in good health, then we will have our answer.
Certainly. Joseph, where can I find some goblets?
Let me get them for you.
Alas, you've both drank the water of conviction and have come back in good health. So I now believe you and know that Mary has been chosen by the Lord. Praise to you, Mary, and thanks to you, Joseph, for keeping her safe so she could help the Lord.
So we went back to Joseph's house, and we were very happy for a time, waiting for the baby to arrive. Until Emperor Augustus had decided to do a census, and we had to pack our things and head off to Bethlehem, where Joseph was from.
Sounds like a tough trip, especially with you being very pregnant.
Believe me, it was.
Mary, you seem to be in a very merry mood one moment, and the next you are in tears.
Let me explain. I see 2 sets of people in front of me. The first are weeping and mourning, and that makes me very sad. The second are laughing and jumping for joy, and that makes me very happy. So that is the cause of my moods, Joseph, dear.
All right then, whatever you say.
But please, we must stop now. I feel as if I am about to give birth, and I certainly don't want to do that in the middle of the road. So please, find me some shelter, and quick.
Okay, way over there with Simeon and James, and I'll find a midwife as fast as I can.
Go, 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 go.
I was walking along, and all of a sudden, everything seemed to just stop. I was still walking, but not going anywhere. The sky stood still. The birds were suspended midair. The workers were chewing, but yet did not chew. A shepherd, about to scold their sheep, seemed to pause and never do it. The water, which had a current that was flowing very freely, seemed to stop as a horse was gulping, but never actually swallowed. But just as quickly as everything stopped, it all began again. And later, I realized that that was the moment the baby was born.
Where are you going in such a hurry, sir?
I'm trying to find a Hebrew midwife to come to a cave with me.
Are you an Israelite?
Yes.
Then yes, I am a midwife. And who is the one having a baby in the caves?
It's a long story, but she's essentially my ward.
So she's having your baby, but she's not your wife.
She is Mary, who I obtained from a temple when a dove flew out of my staff, and now she's pregnant by the Holy Spirit.
Really?
Just come and see. I fear the moment of birth may be close at hand.
Lead the way. Come, come, everybody!
Here's this cheese, baby Jesus, the product of our herd. May it help you grow strong and healthy.
Please accept these warm blankets, baby Jesus, to keep you warm on winter nights. We are so glad to have you in the world.
We have been sent from the heavens, bringing stars from the sky. May they help your light shine.
Freely have we received gifts that minister to our needs of body and spirit. Gladly, we bring to our church and its wide concerns a portion of this bounty. If you wish to donate online, there's a QR code on the back of the order of service, and there's information on the church's website. We will now receive the morning offering. Please stand in body or in spirit for our closing hymn, number 239, Go Tell It on the Mountain, which you'll find in your gray hymnal.
Mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds kept their watching, or silent flocks by night, behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. The shepherds feared and trembled when low above the earth rang out the angel chorus that hailed the baby's birth. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Down in a lowly manger the humble babe was born, and God sent us salvation that blessed Christmas morn. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
Please remain standing in body or in spirit. The words for extinguishing the chalice are in your order of service. Please join me if you wish to do so. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Let's thank all of those who contributed to making the service worshipful this morning. Please join us in singing Shalom. The words are in your order of service. As you are comfortable, please either hold hands with the person next to you or cross your arms over your heart.